Shay Seeking, and I'm back with another video. But we're outside. I had to get outside and give you some sun. Um, so I apologize. I have to keep y'all underneath the ottoman theme because if I keep it out here, it's gonna get too hot. But even what I was just talking about in that video, it's not for nothing. It's just the truth, and that's what I'm saying about they have the eyes on the wrong. They have the eyes on the people for the wrong reasons. It's to, if people want to know what the root cause of something or whatever, they're putting a spotlight on people to clown them, but those are the people that actually have the qualities, um, or have the information, or the ones that are going to bring in that new good order. I don't know how to explain it. Um, it's not for nothing because you don't really probably want to be one of these people to process that they're trying to put us through, or me, or whatever this is. Um, it's just like it's trickery. Uh, it's something like so that the real people that's going through the real process or the pain that's causing it to ricochet on other people, you don't solve that problem, because when you solve that problem, it's going to be the root of everything, where it's going to stop the pain and suffering of other people. And I said most of these people may have like overreacted about childhood spankings and called it abuse, or it just was the whole thing to make it seem like somebody's not motherly, but these are the people that's not motherly. Do you get what I'm saying? Or these are the people that did it all the way wrong, and they're punishing the people that broke that cycle and are doing something that did something somewhat right. I mean, it's very backwards. It's like if some children are being abused, you're keeping an eye off of those people, and you're putting it on the people that are fake abused, or they don't have anything to worry about. It's, I don't know, almost like false kings and all this other stuff, like identities being stolen and things like this. I seen somebody being funny about the Katy Perry thing, and they were saying like that's just like saying Katy Perry is Jean Bonnet. I did get that song Dark Horse earlier, but like I said, these could be a whole bunch of people that went through that process, dark horse, or a dark something to get to fame, or a process or something, um, and they want people that's not supposed to be subjected to that to be subjected to it. Um, but I was thinking, I really do think that that person is that person. I think it's offspring of Sarah Olsen. I think that Britney Spears is also a personification of this same energy, and that's just my opinion. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. So somebody could have took somebody's man or something like this. And and it's so silly because I'm just really don't care about the man taking. Do you understand? I'm worried about like people taking from source elements and things like this, and essential elements and things like this. Um, that's how small-minded I feel like this group of people are. Like somebody wants you to be upset about something like that. Like, but again, the things that were given to me throughout my life, or as a queen, or whatever this is, nobody can take those things, even though that's what they're doing, rebranding, repackaging, and then using them as service. They just don't want them to be service to the right individuals that need the service. Do you see what I'm saying? Um, I didn't make it that way or whatever, so I don't know. But anyways, I'm sitting here looking at my. I'm noticing that I'm missing my what's the T deck? What's the T sis? Could be a part of this. Bobby Hemmett troll, offspring troll. Um, Hmm. I don't know. I'm missing a deck. I was cleaning up my cards. I'm still cleaning up that little back area, trying to straighten up my stuff. But I really don't see it at all. And I heard the song "See You Again," so somebody could have been hiding out, like in the house and left. I don't know. I kind of feel like the a version of his masculine left or something like this. But this could also be a God energy. I don't know. It's like a Lord God energy or something that is embarrassed by me, meaning they could be trying to make me be seen in embarrassing moments and stuff. But I think it's, I don't know, gonna say like a feminine energy is the real God energy here in America, and they don't want to admit to that or something. So even when I was saying all that stuff about like, but God, you know, if they people will say things like, did God have a wife? Even with can't remember what, I never can remember what this God's name is, but you'll see him in images with his male parts hanging out, and he's talking to another little God with his male parts hanging out, and the girl is behind the scenes, like working at a desk or something like this. It's giving me that aspect, like I said, the woman being stuck down here with what God is letting allow be created. She even has to go through the motions. She's the only one that has to go through the motions every time and maybe be somewhat abused or humiliated or Sarah Bartman type of energy or something like this. While God sits allegedly on a throne and watches this happen to his wife or allows men on earth to mistreat his wife or something like this. There's some type of dynamic here. I don't know. Um, how these people would think like we had to go through all this, you didn't have to do nothing. Well, the only other person that I could be compared to, or this energy that I'm in, would be a God like that, and he gets to sit there and not do nothing, and I got to sit down here with all the rules that he didn't came up with these people that think that they can abuse me. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna probably do that because I don't deserve that. Like, if anybody has searched their soul or searched themselves over and over again, me being stuck on this earth or something is me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So we got green, bounce, ball, 7B, top, stop, okay, 80 or 08, 20. I think the other day I said something about somebody named Jill. So, and then I heard about this lady named Jill Stein or whatever that's talking about this green deal. But it also, when I seen her, I seen the Page of Pentacles, the one that wants to put, it's like they want to put the Holy Spirit on display or something like this. Or as like a, these could also be people like the fathers that have come and they didn't make it to heaven, so they had to branch off and create something else, kind of like with the Jehovah Witnesses. If their children break off, they usually start like a little tribe or something that goes against whatever it is. um these men could have went into like the circus, or maybe they didn't make it Hollywood status. Okay, so they created their own like narrative, and that's what they want to put me through because I'm not made or cut out for that. But that could be what they were doing, especially with taking the children and I don't know, doing whatever they were doing with the children. Or like I said, somebody would say like, I heard somebody doing a skit one day. It was like, what God would, you know, leave the woman or whatever and keep on taking her children and separate the children from the mother for whatever cause or whatever. I mean, it's just a lot. So we got the dark horse in reverse with the knight. That's my dark horse card. Knight of Pentacles is the first thing out here. All right, with the goodness, what was that? Hold on. It's like some of those things, like when you start finding out things or you see something for yourself, and then some people that you used to respect, you don't respect them no more. Like, say for like 3 years, somebody was clowning somebody about, like, you're like, I'm this, I'm that, or something like this. No, you're not gonna do me like that. I have these rights or whatever. And everybody's like, ha 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 ha. Oh, it was the Three of Cups that was in reverse next. And then something slips out, and somebody actually find out it's the truth. Okay. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to give a payout here. Wheel of Fortune with the, okay, so we had the Three of Cups out first. When I cut the deck again, I got the Knight of Pentacles. And then now we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Hermit card. They're saying for sure the Wheel of Fortune, somebody's going to have to give the Wheel of Fortune something this time. This could be representing a feminine energy, like I said, that been stuck here doing all this work over and over again. All of the people find out who she is, steal the stuff. She doesn't get the credit. She doesn't get the anything. And like I said, this is not about fame because I don't want to be sitting up in front of nobody on no screen or nothing like this. You know, if they saying that you have to do something, and I would try to pick the bare minimum, like somebody that you know how like we'll get a model or something sometimes and you don't hear nothing about this model and then 10 years later somebody be like, oh, you know, many people probably don't know this person, but she was the spokesperson for like some lingerie brand for plus size models. Like the name wasn't like everybody remember seeing this one lady like a Torrid commercial, or how they, I said they had that nice line that they came out with, anything like this, like something that you would not recall until you find out who this person is. Now they're famous, and you look back and say, "Oh, that was that model that was in that those commercials like 20 years ago." You know, you know, somebody writing a book and they don't use their real name. You know, I don't think I'm going for fame. Whatever I'm here to do is something more, less like political while these charades are going on. It's actually kind of ridiculous. I don't want my image mixed up with any of that. Like after all the fake shit is gone, then maybe, but I don't know. I'm not competing with fake shit. Like, that's why you don't see me want to compete with these other feminines or something. I already know when somebody's grazed up against my energy and they're standing up in some kind of light. I already know that which one's grazed up against my energy. So it's like, I'm not gonna compete with you because you weren't even in this limelight here unless you grazed up against this energy until you grazed up against my. So why would I be competing with you? It just doesn't make sense. So we have a Queen of Cups here in reverse. um, Three of Cups with the in the reverse. There could have been some hidden helpers, some witches or something like this. Like I said, it could be the Hecate energy or Hecate energy. All right. Um, Also, something about that being like political, Hollywood, and royal, or and earthly or chieftain. It's something about having three to do the job of one. That one that's made for that could do, but they have been doing something weird all this time with it. Okay. Um, the Hermit is shedding a light on the fact that with the Wheel of Fortune, these people are gonna have to put something back. Okay. Something about the National Reserve and who gets to choose about these damn excusing this debt for these people. But I was thinking, who are these people? If these are people, what you would say in the last 40 years, if these people had some kind of motive where they were working on, you know, foreigners taking over our country, and we found out that our president was trying to clear the debt of these people, and there's so many Americans that could have had used that, but we find out that most of these people that's going to be cleared, they're not even Americans, they're foreigners, and somebody wants to forgive that for them, and Americans are still dealing with so-called inflation and all these other things. Something very, I don't know, something very strange about that. Because somebody, and they said there's new American deal or something, but it's just thinking like, well, what are you being compromised to give those people that, and then these people will give you America back or something, or um I don't know. That means that somebody could be compromised or could have been compromised for a certain amount of time, or it's something about gambling here. Because I'm hearing that they say something with their mouth, but they saying something else with their heart in the Bible. So somebody doesn't plan on birthing something with someone. Page of Cups, okay, in reverse. These could be these crooked members here. The American Empress thieves. I mean, there's millions of ways that these people have stolen from America first, and then you add the Empress, and you add all these other things. I told you of the elite or the chieftain, or of the gods or whatever this is. Um, this is where this abundance is coming. This is the only person that was supposed to rise up from the ashes with finances. Now, these people did something like this at some point in time when I was not looking, or when I was blindfolded, or when we as a nation were blindfolded, where everything that I was making and creating, they were coming in and starting a destruction or a tornado to ruin it. Okay. So that I'm guessing in this day, if I didn't have these particular things that these fake people made up, okay, we're gonna make a system, and you got to have a business, a successful business. You got to have this, X, Y, and Z, or you're not gonna be considered. Well, if I was building those things, these are the people that was in the background that came in and like burn down something, or trash your store, or make sure they do something with your algorithm online so you don't have a huge presence or numbers or following. Like, I'm not gonna compete then. I like, if one person in this competition can be halted or whatever this is, then why would, and I'm that person, why would I want to? You're not competing with me, you're attacking me, you're a terrorist. It's just, you know, again, these people could be the reason why the sun is in reverse. Now somebody doesn't want to work with them. This could be a way to like confiscate or move a lot of people out of the way. But I feel like this is after somebody has, like a very important person, this group of vandals or whatever, after they feel like they ruined something or broke someone, or have somebody broke or broken. Six of Swords in the reverse, and imprisoned. Like, you can't move on. The bright ideas to get you to, whatever this is with this Page of Pentacles standing over this Six of Swords, is also giving me whatever it is, whether it's that fashion lady that thought about this good idea to promote or put the Holy Spirit on display. Like, the Holy Spirit could be like supposed to be like a privileged lady to be able to move from place to place seamlessly or something like this. Travel, um, to get things done, or meet up with ancestors that are scattered and things like this. But I don't know, they could have had somebody else doing this. Yeah, we got a crooked lawyer or judge or something like this with the King of Swords in reverse. Somebody could be writing up something, a petition, or they're writing up something and sending it up into the higher realms amongst these pages. That they're going to be trapping somebody, but this is like a false ruling from this King of Swords. Somebody's works have been in the upright, so that's, or somebody saying, yeah, that's what we should do. Okay, let's write it up. We know this King of Swords was crooked. We know this is about somebody's emotions too. I'm seeing how that water is rippling up here. This is somebody that thought that they was going to be able to dog somebody out because they wanted to get somebody back because of something they heard or saw. And they thought that they would dog this person out and then come back and make you sit with them and be with them, and nobody else want to deal with you, and you didn't get to ascend and such, and you'll have to sit. Like, I don't know who would want to do that and then show it to somebody and then say, now you're stuck with me or something. Like, I don't know who wants to do that. That's in their right mind. And, that's just my opinion. And know that you're going to be looking at them like, and because we are gods or something, a certain level of our growth is about people acting right and doing their part too within the kingdom, or queens or empresses and emperors. Like, we don't do it alone. So, like, if nobody's going to do the work, why they getting paid, why they getting access to these things or something like this, then I guess, okay, we won't have it, but you won't have none of that shit either. Like, what? I don't get it. Yeah, we got the Most High, Two of Wands here. That's not about to be burdened by whatever the heck these people are doing. Okay? Somebody could be wanting to bring somebody something here. All right? To America, or the Strength card here. Or somebody was supposed to bring something to this person, but they ended up giving it to another woman here. An older woman. They could be saying that you're acting too animalistic, or I'm acting so this giant could have brought something in, but they brought it to a woman. Okay? Not this Lion of Judah. Okay, the same time this handler is manipulating the situation, easing somebody. They could be also she's crushing his head and his mouth and his neck. So somebody is doing something with electronics or something like this. Okay, some type of something to have somebody not know what's going on around them while somebody brings this in and give it to the wrong woman. A cut above the rest. Somebody is doing something like this, and now somebody's sad here. Maybe because they've been caught. or because somebody else got this money and they're gone. Yeah, this person is now a 9 of Pentacles. This person turned themselves into like a brand or something like this. Okay. When I be quiet like this, it because I be realizing I be putting pieces together. Like the lady that looked like Roland Martin that was on that show that with that dude that looked like Mike Tyson that was talking about consignment stands or whatever. Because what I want to do is not like a consignment stand, just my staple piece that, you know, not wait for these people forever. But if I did have to spend some more time in regular life, I need to be doing something. So, um, I was getting that image of the lady in my African American deck that is doing, she's like running a store. She got a baby strapped to her back. I've already done that. So this time it's like doing the thing over again, but without the baby. I don't know if somebody's trying to. But I was watching this and she was talking about consignment and things. Like I think the store was called Sisters or something like this. But I'm like, boy, oh boy. And she was saying that she was speaking to somebody one day about something, writing books or something when the homeless lady was homeless, and now she's making money off of these books that she wrote when she was homeless. Now this could be talking about somebody like you or me, where these people were trying to keep you out of your realm or something, and these people are plugging into your software and getting ideas or talking to you about good ideas, and they started businesses knowing that they're going to be able to pull it off because they have the money, and these people are stealing or blocking my money. Okay. So these people, these heads of these families, it wouldn't even be no sense to remove the heads only, because whatever the head, they knew the day would come that they was going to die with a smile on their face. So it's something about uh, removing status or something from their children first and then removing their head, so you don't get any of the thing that you thought you was going to do to the Holy One. You're going to get something, you know, none of the things you thought you was going to accomplish by chopping down this already victorious one to raise up your children. Now all of you are going to be just looking silly. It's something like this. But these people swear that they're friends or something. Because I told you, maybe there's a amount of time where somebody was like having you under some type of surveillance, or me, um, for some type of humiliation ritual. And these people are like, oh, well, we were just getting a head start. But again, those that go before the Christ lose their life. It's the order of things, because there's no way. Most people are like, hey, we got to get our queen out of here, or we got to get our king out of here, or this is the golden child. We got to get this golden child out of here. Somebody could be trying to pretend like they did that, but it's just another one of these zombies that they created to control the money. Or this thing could be giving everybody money, and I would not be doing that to just anybody. Like somebody, these people, hold on one second, y'all. These people are something, ouch. These people are something else. This wasn't a good idea. Too damn hot. Hold on. That wasn't a good idea. Woo. Sitting right up under that sun like that, that's enough. Lord. Right? So I feel like sometimes people be putting this shit in my feed to see what I think about something. Okay? Because a lot of times I done really been said something. I don't know where I got the information from, but it's like a reminder of like, oh damn, you know, did you watch this? Where did you get that from? How did you know about that? Because that's what I said about us being on this earth many times before. Somebody could be in media, the tree of life. Those are all badges, like I said, on the sash. These people have an upper hand because their new technology tells them, like with the Lucy juice, it tells them exactly where to go. For those of us that are still in our natural state or something, or we haven't been upgraded in a very long time, it's harder, it's more strenuous, it's tiring. All the things that if people were watching you while you go through this process, they'll say, this lazy pig, something like this, because you're really just worried about or concerned about or sifting through or, you know, not straining yourself, but it's tiring. to do it the natural way. It's all this stuff I was hearing earlier is about giving these people a head start, but you already had a head start. But the head start that they gave you to dispose this information was actually teaching them what they didn't know, so that they can get caught up and act like they did it on their own because they thought that their technology was all they needed. And then when they found out, wait, we don't have everything. Let's let this person shine or whatever and tell us everything we need to know. And then after that, we'll cut the person down for good and take all the stuff. But it's a dance with time here. Because maybe even this time, even if they do it that way, now you're not going to have, yeah, that's just that. I'll leave that part alone because people are like, you stupid. Why did you say that or something like this? There's no time for none of that. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Because it's obvious that they don't have yeah, they could have been able to see the face of God. That's enough to kill all these people and put them back down to dust and back to regular humanity where most people are because of their tricky tactics. That's enough right there. The face of God, whatever's going on between somebody's temple or my temple, just not for these people. If I was ever under some type of dark cloud or something and somebody had to like get the information to know what to do to activate me from the other side, okay, and their intentions are pure, that's different. But these people wanted to take something over, and these are also could be children, or again, children don't have to be only who came through your womb. The whether you knew it or not, your energy or my energy was radiating something that was feeding these people at some point in time, and so those are your sons or those are your children, okay. And so some of these children could, what I say about people being older, it ain't like, I was here 1,000 years and I still look the same age and I had children and they look older than me. No, this is just mean that at a certain time span, nobody can change that. The chambers were open, and since I was born, people were feeding off of something with that energy of that particular God essence. So that's sunning everything at actually. And so if this nation were to rise up against the government, okay, but then you're rising up against God or you're rising up against the mother. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just like to look at the whole thing to take a big chunk instead of like picking at something. It's like the damage is done already. Even if that made it feel like everybody's always going somewhere. Even if it makes it seem like that the world or the nations or everything is stagnant for 10 years. Have we ever even had a time to even do that? Before you turn your whole life over to AI and this technology that is, you're not even going to be existent. It's going to be no longer where you didn't want the one good one to be at the top, right? So it's no longer even be where the bottom people, the commoner, peasants, and servants, and then the Dalit people or the underground or black people or whatever this is, whatever is being done is going to erase your powers totally. And so even if there's more at the bottom, they say all you got to do is stand up. They have those images of like a game board, and then all the people are underneath the game board and all the players are at the table, and they're like, all we got to do is stand up to end everything. But you see, whatever you're signing yourself in, you're not even yourself. So it's just going to be a whole bunch of people at the bottom, and you're not going to be able to do that actually. So with this peak energy, the little peak that you got with peak meal is not the all. Plus those are alien African races. Those are not the same. Something that they're doing is working for them. It's not working for us. Do you see? On this continent or this side of the, come in and swoop in and do that, but we already know that there's another part. That's why you chose that person instead of me. Okay? I was watching some girl, like, she's like the smartest lady in the world, and somebody's like, I thought you would be living better than this. Right? And then they're like, oh, well, I'm sorry that I don't have the pottery barn, my crib out or whatever. The smartest person knows that that shit don't matter. But like I told you, they got people with these faces or face value of materialistic lives and stuff like this. But you want me to believe that there's a genius hiding in there? No, you stolen my genius or something like this. You get what I'm saying? Somebody's trying to merge two women together or something like this. This could be somebody that likes more petite women. Also, Ba or Ba. This could be sheep gods or goat gods. Um, a goat would not have a chance to stand up to a lion for real, unless the lion was slow or was not fully to its capacity. Um, Everybody feels like that they can claim to be a goat or the greatest of all time of any. So it could be a lot of goats out there. But there's only one daughter of God or one son of God. So um, my thing is that the son of God was never shining like that, maybe in the dark. But these people are people that got billions of views and followers, and they're famous and they're world renowned and they're superstars and stuff. And so I don't understand that. I don't understand that part. You know, a lot of stuff that I don't understand. But when I'm thinking about whatever this is, even if it's not like a Wakanda energy, it's like something that stems from like that nostalgic feeling of like how kids felt like in the 80s. I don't know. Something significant happened with the Citadel. Also something about Will. But the baton or something was passed over slowly but surely here, right? So let's see. We got Illinois here on the table. Underneath that, we got away, on, away. Somebody could be sending somebody away from Illinois or something like this. And then after that, we have the guy smiley. This is my Tucker Carlson card. And then we got the lemon, the lion with the lemons. Okay, somebody going to be the star. And then maybe this could be somebody that's going into the merchants department in the caste system. All right. And then we got the artist with the Dippy Dan energy here. This could be the Hawkins energy. Something about mercantile energy here. Into the workforce, but then somebody's going to be like a star. And then, but I feel like these people already were. This is also giving me this energy of like Tabitha Stevens, Bewitched. This is giving me the dad, okay? This is giving me the magician or the mom, okay? And this is giving me little Tabitha, the lion. I forget, it was like a Christmas special that they did on Bewitched. And at Tabitha school or something like this, or an orphanage they had to go to or something like this. And I remember looking at that and thinking how one of the old ladies that showed up there looked just like Queen Elizabeth. I was wondering if they did that on purpose. Okay. We also got somebody's mane. Okay. All right. Or somebody's name could be Jermaine. Okay, I know. I know. We got Maine, or we could be talking about the ports of and then we got Michigan here. So Maine, the hair or heraldry, something about Michigan here. It's making me think about where John them was going to go see them other kids in Michigan. These could be people that got the heraldry or whatever like this from me, because I'm noticing that this lion here, they kind of balding a little bit here, okay? Balding. But also this make me think about somebody with a receding hairline. Okay, my masculine's hairline used to be like this. But I'm telling you, with this orange hair. I keep on getting like more Meredith energy, okay? But they could be using like this person, okay, or lioness or whatever this is as a merchant brand here. I feel like somebody's being convinced as to do this by these people. Like, okay, but we've been cool or whatever. I don't want to just be ruined or whatever. And this person is making these decisions without me knowing the truth about the whole thing or something. Because this person was in the industry with these people, and whatever they're saying is not like they're giving out parts and shit like this is a play or something or a movie. You know, or somebody coming to try to audition for a movie. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, calm down. Calm down.
Ariella, come here.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Ariella.
Okay.
Come here.
Don't cry. Here, come here. Nene.
I asked you to come here. Come here.
Okay, but don't drag about arm like that. Fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, the other team must be real mad. Because when they get mad, they use the daughter to be mean to the granddaughter, to the D baby. She started yanking her around and acting all whatever in front of me, so I could have to be. Well, then now y'all involved since they took away my voice. Mm-hmm. She didn't do nothing to her too bad, but she just scared. She about to get in trouble. But the way that her temper flaring right now, the daughter, the so-called daughter, the sister's daughter. So that's why I said they gave me these children so that the sister could probably have my well-behaved children. You know, they probably my children probably somewhere with some little princesses and princes or something, so that I can look like I'm not really a good mother or I wasn't good, and that's why these children act like this. But it's really the sister that they raised up in my spot instead of me. These are their children that they pretending like my children, like I don't know. But I can't be horrible to people in general, so it's kind of like a fucked up place to be in. And I'm not afraid of them or nothing like this. So it's like God being afraid of the devil's kids or the devil or something. You understand? But that whenever these people get mad from the background, that's what they do. They try to make these people tumultuous around me when I'm relaxing, and you know, I don't have much, but when I'm just enjoying my time, you know, I'm supposed to get involved in everything or whatever this is. But yeah, again, we got not. I didn't even see that, but yeah, this is not how it works. All right. This could also be saying that these people are using the DNA in their hair samples or something to get themselves out of crimes and put them on me. The person that don't even have no gifts or powers or nothing right now. Just my protection from God or myself, right? Of myself or something. And so that could be, these could be a different breed that somebody already was storing these people in Michigan. My Shy Gan, Afghanistan. These could be older or younger, okay? But they are the ones that's claiming heraldry or something like this without the queen or without the Christ. Yeah, and then we got not lunar roving vehicles. These would be some kind of vehicles. I found one of these on the satellite view one night in front of the house. Yeah, a joyride. I told you somebody's name is Joy. Follow 15, July 31st. A moon buggy. TV camera. I'm just calling off some things on this card. Mounted to the front was remotely controlled by Mission Control in Houston, Texas. So somebody's name could be Houston. Or this is these people with this Houston. Okay, somebody named Pete Whitney. We got Texas, okay. Apollo 15, 16, 17. Still on the surface of the moon. without air or moisture. Something could be dried up somewhere. They are not rust or rot. Okay, so somebody could be hiding these children with the moon or phoenix moon so that they don't get rotten or something. But again, like I told you, even the original children that was put in the seed, if they mixed them up at some point in time, those were not my seed, probably. Because if they took my womb and gave it to my cousin, Tiffany, Moses' daughter, this could be why people didn't want Moses to have that wife or whatever, because these people do this shit. And so if they did something like this, or they've been passing around from place to place, probably still wouldn't have been mine. I don't know. So again, school in reverse, this was making me think about what about in the future, or in some of these dead zones, what if our children ain't really going to school? They don't bring books and shit home no more. Um, and what if they really wasn't even doing schoolwork or something like this? They were being trained. They call them like institutions or tech high schools and stuff, because they're learning something else. They're learning for these people that feel like they're gonna confiscate America for their own good. I feel like these people think that they're saying that they're friends, but you're really not, because they would have upgraded the queen if this was something mandatory, so that the queen or the main people or the chieftain daughters or people would know about this. So the fact that it's a main conduit, you're trying to keep it in a past, lets me know that that's nothing friendly about that. You want these greens to take over or something, and they will not. Okay. I don't trust it. I don't care what they're saying. I was hearing that song. He was like, I build my castle with bricks, not sand, or something like this. So bricks has been on the scene or in the background for a long time. And some of these people are like, look what we did. And they bring it to me, and I'm just like, motherfucker, I see through it a little bit. I don't care what they say. Yeah, they green. So we said, who is they? The greens. So this is like scorched earth. They could be scorching the earth, but they letting the offspring or something grow. All right. And then I'm seeing good in reverse. So these people are not good. Okay. Ohio is in the upright, or somebody representing this. A representative of Ohio, something could be up in the upright. We got little on amongst the greens, so they could have got rid of the father, the big on, my on. And then we have the triangle. Something is not about to go with these people. See the green thing in reverse here? That's like the bottom. The people at the bottom going to be at the top. But it's not true. This is what is going to be the pure one, or the white hat is going to be at the top. Like, I don't have no hard feelings, because I feel like these people know it's the end. All this shit is shenanigans. It's just to wake up somebody, the bodies that could still be woken up, possibly, because somebody took too long. All right. So we got Dan's DeVille or something like this. That song came out a couple days ago, but Dan is not even invited with this. Okay. Rubber Ducky Ernie, India is not even invited with this. Duck, duck, goose. Some ducks in a row. Somebody don't have their ducks in a row. They should, but they don't. And Dan is not. So this is like Hananum and Dan. There's, biblical text about this. These two people having a hard time. There was somebody else in the middle, but it's like the middleman was invisible, or who they was keeping in the dark was invisible. That could be this new thing. That could be something like a Daenerys' new world, a good place, or something like this. You probably can't build it with these people. Something is too deeply rooted. They could have also let these greens get out of hand. Because this is India's caste system that we supposedly using right now. It's the oldest caste system or form of not slavery, but they got the oldest form of slavery, I think. But I don't know. They didn't do something, because these people rose, the black or Dalit people rose to the top. Now they make this about skin color in public society, but this is really about darker energies, darker frequencies, the darkness. The children and people that were abused and now they abuse. These are instead of 1% of these particular bloodlines that help build America, these people want to be there. And I told you, some of these are foreign. These are the brooding vipers' children. So if the brooding vipers don't get to choose who live and die, they have produced children within God's children that they're using because of that connection, or trying to use heraldry, but they're illegitimate to particular like contain like obtain these positions. And I feel like it's the haughtiness or the nana boo boo. That's what's about to get their ass drugged down immediately, because they already chose those mothers over their other mother, or the earth. I say oath mother, earth mother, or the original God or mother energy. This could be also people that be like, oh, what you think, you a Messiah? You're the worst mother. You're not the Messiah. You're blaspheming, stuff like this. And so they could have joined these groups because they were jealous of the power that the mother had. Um, yeah, see, there's Dan in India here. Okay. And then we have the name this mystery source. So I told you it's something older. There's something in between. Also, the fact that remember I said the Clovis people was hating on a relationship with me and a certain masculine, because the Clovis want to look at what Dr. Claude Anderson said, that they were the oldest, but they're not. And so I got this on here. It might be like F you. No, you're not. Okay. So the natives be going to the Clovis people, but the Clovis people is not the original. Whatever I am is the original. It's the mystery here. Okay. Also, something about aging too. I told you they're trying to forever young someone because of the way that somebody ages. But I was hearing something about the gods. It's not about something about aging. I don't know. I was picking up something like that the other day. But they could be trying to put this person in reverse, or this breed or something. It says the kin. Okay, so there could be the part that's in reverse is, yeah, this is some stegosaurus, but it's a female. These could be, because I heard a song called Kin is Awesome or something like this. So this could be Ken's fall. Okay, Barbie is going to take over something again. Okay, because you see how that happened. It came out in the upright, but then it ended up in reverse. And I said, why? And then now when I turned it around, we see Ken. So Ken, this might be Ken's fall. Because Ken could have been playing around for the last decade or 20 years or 10 years or 5 years, whatever. Okay. So it's really not Ken, that this is like my man, or somebody took my identity. Okay. Or something like this, or one of his clones. It said the spikiest of all the dinosaurs, great big horn and plates stuck out from its spine from head to toe. It's over 15 feet and 4.7 meters long. Okay. So maybe somebody thought of somebody as the big guy or something, but they're not. Like I said, this old mystery person is really possibly me or somebody else, not this male. Okay. So all of these people could be in reverse here. All right. The only way to save anything is to put the Barbie energy or whatever this is here. Okay. I'm also hearing like Mattel. So we got Patel over in the FBI, and then we got Mattel with Mattel. This could be somebody's mother that was reigning over something and chose to take the son-in-law or something like this, because this could be like these type of entities was along the lineage of these people, whether we're blood related or not, with this coven or this group. So the whole thing could be like, I'm supposed to look like the fool because the mother basically came back in form and took the man that was mine this time. He's supposed to be rocking with me or something, but he could cower to the mother. But they really need the Gale Force wins, but they really need to worry about the wrath of God. And it ain't even got to get loud. So somebody could be stuck in a hard place because you know how you want to please your wife's mother, but I mean, I guess not in that way, but maybe, I don't know. They could be also swapping out like the men that were close to me and grew up with me that would never turn on me. They moved them out of the way and gave me the ones that still worship my mother. And they're like, respect your mother. Yeah, we were crazy about you, but respect your mother, because that would be who they were intimate with in this real realm with the mother, right? Or something like this. So there's a different type of alliance with the mother. Yeah, they could have been they could have been in the dark tapping in the daughter's energy, but they weren't ever able to live like have rendezvous or luxury life living or different existences with a child. I don't think, unless they have a younger version of me with them. Okay, these people could also be very, I don't know, something about women. Okay, it says the little arms and a big. I thought it said booty or big Brody, big booty. Okay, a big Brody. This could be like Jenner, Caitlyn energy. Um, yeah, because the stegosaurus. If this is like a stegosaurus breed, it's a meat. I mean, a plant eater. That could be why I'm have something against plants or the herbage or whatever. When we're talking about people, um, but also they could have this wrong. They try to make it like somebody else is a lion, and somebody could be like half breed, or they eat meat and plants. Okay, something like this. Okay, um, use little arms to lift huge body off the ground. So like I said, this could be somebody using little people or trolls, like we seen the red-headed man earlier in the reverse that was using trolls or other energies to take the body off the ground. Again, too big to rig. That could be like somebody that make fun or poke fun of people's weight. Because I remember my mom used to say, oh, you so pretty and everything. Oh, if you only just lost a little bit of weight or something like this. And my sister always been smaller. Okay. So I remember when I was younger, she would like poke little things like that. It didn't make me feel no kind of way. Okay. It didn't make me feel no kind of way. But I mean, if somebody was weak minded, I guess it would. All right. So this could be, like I said, TY. Somebody's name is TY, Ty, Ra, N, No, SA. You are us. So that's what I said. Somebody is really a meat eater, or somebody is amongst the wrong people, or somebody, like I said, is this stegosaurus meat eater energy. Somebody's wrong. An archaeologist, somebody got to go back to the drawing board, Mr. Graham, or somebody. They got to go back to the drawing board about something here. All right, and we got this Molly Moo energy here. Okay, this is my Adrena card that's in reverse. Okay, and then we have Gusto Grafto, some politician or president or something is in reverse. Somebody could be like the perfect, like blonde hair, blue eye, beautiful smile, perfect body. These people is in reverse. The queen that's just waking up and rising is coming out here. Okay, and the door is closed. These people can't come with or something here. All right, but these could be friends of mine. But if this daughter or something, yeah, we got bread. But this is really a son. A daughter could have been somebody could have been born a boy, and they whisked this child off and gave you a girl instead. But man cannot live with bread alone. And also, because somebody did pick the stick with the dick, okay, they might be raised up to the top. Okay, this is something about something has no color lines. Okay, something about color here. Okay, that somebody tried to sweep somebody under the rug here. Okay, also somebody's birthday was getting swept under the rug, so that you would have to sit down or be a servant or something, or bow down to somebody else. Okay, and then we got this red square. Somebody standing on a square, but it's full of blood now. Okay, somebody it might be like some combustion or something, like somebody is going to end up messed up or something here. All right, so something is closed because they didn't want to say how to get to Sesame Street to this queen. And so, now they won't be able to get to Sesame Street, or maybe this queen is Sesame fucking Street. I don't know. And whoever these ancestors or these people, like Moses' wife is from Rhode Island. Rhode Island is in reverse. This could be some chieftain and stuff like this, or earlier peoples, or some people, natives or something from Rhode Island. They did something wrong. They saw the truth about something, that it wasn't the Morrison's child that was the chosen one. They saw that it was somebody else. Okay. They sent somebody to the cold anyway, or something like this. They saw the truth, and they didn't kick somebody out or something like this here, like they were supposed to, or they didn't kick these greens out. They saw these greens do something big and send somebody out in the cold, or freeze somebody, or shut off somebody's heat or something to make somebody cold, or the mental abuse that they was doing to make somebody cold, and they didn't kick these people out. Okay, so these greens saw this person freeze somebody. Like I said, if something happened to me, because I'm seeing another white crucifixion energy where a disaster or something happened at my grandma's house when the ant unplugged the heat on us and we woke up freezing. There could be um there could be something like this. This was a big thing here. These people were supposed to be moved out at that point for doing that shit, and nobody did nothing here. Okay. So again, we got the Big Dipper. They could have did something here, lifted somebody up or something, and then the Little Dipper they could have sent to the Earth's core the child. Okay. They're trying to say that this child is a square or a goody two shoe, but it's not. Whatever they did with somebody in Tennessee or from Tennessee, this person is not a square. Okay. And also, there's something about a womb or something. Okay, in Tennessee, or somebody could have took the womb with this fame girl and this masculine energy. Okay, the fire sign, they could have took them away and said, oh, don't worry, you're going with God, but that was a lie. These was the people that took something, stole something from me and went somewhere else. All right, and we got the new Dino fact or Dino. Somebody's name could be Dino. Okay, so somebody could have found another strand in somebody's DNA. Okay. Scientists found a fossil of a complete brontosaurus, okay, head in which it is much bigger than the head of the old brontosaurus. So this could be also, like I said, well, I'm getting big-headed or pumpkin head energy. They could have been dealing with a masculine energy that was connected to me, or we could have had some of the same strands. That was my boyfriend or something, and they gave it to this fame person. So they took away the first love or whatever and gave it to somebody else. And so with this Dino, like I said, this could be somebody is connected, or whoever with this name could be the feather or my real feather. They could have turned this person into something else, like something they did here. All right. Put this person in a different, look, in a different, what it said. This is the scientists once thought was the brontosaurus looked like. Now they have discovered a new fossil, which is wrong with this picture. So that's why I said this could be first generation stuff. Like if my dad was American Indian, or if he was black or something, so-called black or African American, they could have made him Mexican or Arabic or something like this. Okay, Grecian. They could have do something like this. Okay, let's see. All right. Triangle energy. Now, somebody's like, why are you doing this? But I feel like somebody is scared to see something or actually do it or complete it or get me or be around me. So they're stalling. They're like, why are you telling all the secrets? Because you supposed to have been did. This shit is happening now. Nobody's waiting. When I say something, they supposed to be moving. I'm not dead or something like this. They could have said that I was dead or a zombie. That's why they left me down here, hoping that a zombie would bite me and I'll turn into a zombie or something like this. Yeah, it's here again. Okay. They know that it takes just like 8 things or something like this to get somebody back on track or something. This could be like a cure because something could have happened here. Yeah, King of Pentacles. They could have took something out of somebody's forehead or out of your head. This is where I got hit in the head when I was like 8 or 9 by one of the Parham girls. In my forehead. Okay. And my auntie Clara, I think my auntie Boo came to pick me up from over there because I was so mad or whatever. Okay, I was underneath the blanket. So this could be also, like I said, the blanket Derek could have been actually in the green. So when I went to move back to North Chicago with, okay, I'm getting high honor. Somebody got lifted up higher. When I went back there from Zion to live there, where the greens will be, they could have already did something. They could have swapped out the dude that was from the north side of the town. They could have, when he came with me, they could have swapped him out for the one that they already had. The greens already had that one. That's what I'm starting to think. Yeah. The smoky person was already gone. Because remember I told you when I was pregnant my twins, 22. Yeah, 22. So I was supposed to go through the catch-22 door, but they didn't let me. They got me pregnant instead. So if they wouldn't have took the smoky person, that wouldn't have happened. They must have took him. And they gave me the blanket there. Okay? And that's when I had the twins. So that could also be when Lizzie or whatever, and them, they could have did something to swap out the womb. The Francis, the Gardeners, they could have did something here so that their daughter, Mermaid of Mesopotamia, can be seen as the queen. Okay? And they could have did something here. Okay, they sent the daughter, sent the child and the man to be in the dirt with these people, or with these people they sent them to the earth. And then they could have lifted me up higher with the Big Dipper. Because if the daughter was a Little Dipper, they could have just sent the Little Dipper with this man. And then they gave me a new one. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles, they are not the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is not for them. If this person took this child as a bride, Page of Pentacles, yeah, in reverse. This person is not a cat or a lion. Okay? And somebody is not dead. The man, they didn't put him in the guillotine. Batman, this person could have just became Batman or a superhero or something like this here. Okay? Or again, with the bat bitch energy. If that little girl down in Florida with that man and that lady that was supposed to drop, the boyfriend dropped the little girl off at school, that could be the little girl that they saying died or whatever. I think it's in Florida. And they about to send the man, they about to send the dad to jail. But that could be a candy cane. The mom could be a candy cane. The dad could be a Derek. And the child could be a unique tarot, a Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay? Yeah. So this could be what was going on in the background. This unique Ontario. Somebody could have moved to Ontario. But the bat and the Queen of Wands in reverse, this also could be this, I said this candy cane energy. And the man is not dead. Or not supposed to be going to jail or something. All right, even though he could just be a high priestess, this man. The person could also be an alien. Okay. There could be a baby. Somebody could have been pregnant. This little child could have been pregnant by one of these women because they could have a phallic. And this was an injustice. The mother could have got, that mother could have got that child the same. That's why I said if this was a candy cane, this is one that got a female that got a phallic. This could be that somebody on the September 15th, this could be when this person plugged into my energy and I could have got on the server. Okay, they could have did like fentanyl or something or put me to sleep or something. This could have got on a service. So the gods that was connected to this person that could have been sitting in my energy already since the 80s. If that person plugged into my energy, it plugged me back into a frequency with some gods that would have thought that I was gone or dead at 2 years old. So somebody saying, do you remember the first time I laid eyes on you? So somebody already felt your energy, but the first time they actually seen you or me could have been after this altercation. Because when she wrote in that notebook on September 15th, she said, Shalonda and Joe, and then Candy was here. And Shalonda and Joe the next day. So somebody did something, okay? All right? I don't know. There could be a baby that died. I don't know what this is here. Or like I said, that little girl could have been pregnant by the mother. These are women that blame these men because they have them in Frankenstein mode to mind control them. When the children are found to be fondled in that area, they don't think to look at the mother. The devil, Diablo's daughters. Maybe these people only do right when they're under this white hat. So now something has to go back. People got to get back in their spots. If this white hat is going to be at the top, and there's going to have to be some problems. Like the devil energy, you know, this is like Hawaii kind of energy. But the devil energy could just mainly be like, okay, enough. This could be like God getting mad. I don't know. Some people think that God is the devil. But when the devil is mad or whatever like this, it could be something like this. Okay? Or like I said, somebody is this devil energy, the 15 devil. But I'm thinking about in my Native American deck, you got the white buffalo looking thing that got that costume on like it's the devil. Okay? But this could be a male energy that is using my dome in these other compartments, or this is somebody's shit. All right? And then we got the Queen of Swords here. Okay? This could be me getting pissed off and saying no to these people or something. And then this is this other person that's seeming like the devil or something here. All right? I don't know what's going on. Or like I said, this could be this Queen of Swords energy that's been with the devil energy, or this darker aspect of this man behind the scenes. This could be heartbreaking that at 15, they did that frozen spell, or they turned two people to stone, their love to stone. And this Queen of Swords took off with this masculine energy that was called the devil or is the devil. They could have also took my top off. If you are a house without a roof, so somebody could have took the top off, the white pure cap off of me, and this is what these people been using all this time. So from 15 to 18, there was heartbreak, okay, for somebody. 3/15, this could also be March 15th. Something bad could have happened, okay? But these people don't get to put up no post. They can't claim something, okay? Because of what they did to the Empress in reverse, or put the Empress in reverse, all right? 9 of Cups. These people could have served up or put a lot of stuff in somebody's food or poisoned somebody, okay? Yeah, with magic. Do you believe in magic? In a young boy's heart. So let's see about this magic here with this hermit. Okay, so the magic was right to use. Wait a minute. Somebody could have been, the magic was right to use, but we got a Virgo or a hermit or a God energy that's in reverse. Okay? And right behind that person, you got a witch, a Knight of Wands witch. So somebody is, a Virgo is not the hermit or a God energy. They're a witch. And the world card is in the upright here. Okay? Something is being produced. All right? Yeah. Frankenstein. Somebody is like a King of Pentacles. This person got money like crypto or I don't know, something like this. But we got the 21 world card energy back in the upright. So maybe this Virgo hermit energy was trying to take my status, or that's who took it way back then. Some skull could have been recovered. Okay, see, remember I was talking about that skulls in that video the other day? And then I was thinking about that case down in Kenosha where they found that body part by the railroad tracks. Remember what I said? The Collins, the school bus, the railroad tracks. Something is strange here, y'all. Okay? And remember I said they usually say Collins on it, but the bus where I was riding behind yesterday said Thomas. But the way, the shape of the bus, I couldn't think about nothing but Thomas the train. So I was saying they in Carolina, they got that skull that came up. Okay? A year ago, something happened with some people, somebody drowned, they had a body, and then this time it's a skull. And then what I was saying yesterday was no, what I was saying about that case, it was a case in Kenosha not that long ago where they found a skull and then they put it in a cold case file, and then they said, oh, this is the skull or whatever. Oh, we made the match or whatever. Finally, we can do this case. But I told y'all that wasn't the skull. That's another skull. Ouch. That's not the skull. That's another skull. Okay? It's not the skull. That's another skull. Because the bones is doing something inappropriate here. They could have found out that even when that boy was telling that rumor, these people could have used their magic back in the day, and somebody could have did something to me before I was actually consensually having sex. And these people have an obsession that makes them think that they have a power over me, and we don't have a problem until you trying to stand over top of my head. I don't give a fuck what it is. It's going to be coming down. Okay, so you know, people like, oh, you know, I'm your friend, but I'm this or something. No, the fuck, I don't know. I'm pretty sure these people did horrible things. I don't know even what they did or something, or sneaky things. But motherfucker, if you trying to stand up on top of me or you trying to take anything, I ain't even get to use my shit yet. It's not gonna happen. Everybody gotta go. Yeah, they go to Pumpkinhead here, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Bit the candy. And the sister OVE. This could be a skin prop, like because these people would have been lighter than me, even if they had to, fake something. These two could be in the reverse here. And then we got these little candy coated raindrops. So these are just children that could have come from me, but they said it was this candy person, this Al Baron or All Baron person. I'm saying that I don't want to be offensive to nobody, but God didn't tell me how to say it. I say how I said it. Now, these people, they messing around with my life. They might not know something else is messing around with their life. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say it in no kind of way, but that's what the fuck I'm hearing. So maybe these people only wanted my power, but they didn't know when they took that other entities that they can't see. They was just laughing. Look, we got the monarch butterfly out here. They was saying they was just trying to do something to me. They didn't know when they put on that shoe, that Cinderella shoe, or they taped it up to make it fit on somebody's foot, that it came with other unseen things. And you're not of this bloodline for real, or you're not the chosen one for real, so you can't see those things. So people think I'm trying to be funny, or I'm trying to be rude, or if the friends hear this, they might be pissed off, but this is how I'm hearing it here. Okay? So this person could be like, oh, F you, I have already built this with this person, but those are not her kids, those are my kids. You just my baby daddy. Some shit like this, okay? Yeah, there's some more of these candy cane energies in the reverse. And then something about a baby skull. They could have said I killed one of my children or something. It's a lie. The child is not dead. They're using it to try to overthrow me off my crown, off my throne or something crazy like this. Okay? And everybody got to get sat down. Okay? And we got Al a Bam Ah or Al a Ba Ma. A goat mom. Somebody could be a goat mom. This could be somebody that produced a certain breed of people. I told you the girls are really, most of the time the girls are really petite, like peak meal, small, rounded face, like a little bit like a goat face. This could also be like that pet goat conspiracy, that crazy, twisty, curvy, twirly cartoon about that goat around the time of 9/11 with Bill Clinton. I'm not Bill Clinton, but you know his name. George Bush. Everybody was talking about that goat something. It's like I can't never find it no more. Pet goat, goat pet, or something like this. I don't know. But somebody is a goat mom. Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee. The greens could be in Tennessee. That could be why also it's in reverse. Okay, so the Al energy could be in the upright, but the Tennesseans are in reverse. Okay, let's see about this, if this Al person is in the upright or not. Okay, because somebody's doing something sneaky. This could be another version of this person. Yeah, a broken ring. Okay, so it says parting of the ways in either romance or business, but this is in reverse. Somebody lied. They still was using somebody's business name, or using a company, or using my company, or my godship, or my royal something oats, or something like this. Okay, her royal oats. So they know that they was using my royal identity, but somebody can't stand me because I don't care about how to speak in Hebrew and shit like this, because 99% of the people that need to know this probably don't know how to read or write in that shit anyway. You just gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want to prove somebody wrong about something. I told you, cussing and everything, me being, the way I'm delivering my message is not how you would think a Messiah will come, but you get what you get. Shit, it's supposed to match up with what the people need, so don't worry about it. Okay? Hold on 1 second. It's saying, can Sa be me? No, the person can't. Okay? No, the person can't. Okay, a little Fort Worth and Dallas is in reverse in Texas. So Houston could be crying, or Houston, there's a problem. But Dallas and Fort Worth is also in reverse here. I remember I wanted to move to Dallas a long time ago, but this person lived here with me, never wanted to move. It's like, that's the thing about being married too. And when you are an at-home mom or something, you gotta look to the man for money, you kind of could be stuck for a long ass time, right? Because I was seeing like, damn, but such and such just moved, man, that must be cool or whatever like this. But what I'm hearing is these people were getting help. Nobody was doing it alone. They were getting help. Or they were connected deeply with the ancestors where they could take that step and they knew that they didn't have to worry because they had so many signs. For me, these motherfuckers got the signs even though the mission is not for them. Yeah, we got brown here. So something about brown here is in reverse again. Let's see. Somebody's not crying now. 21 Jump Street. And something was an injustice here. I'm thinking something about decapitated or beheaded or something. Either somebody that's connected to me that wanted their story. It could be me connected to me. Like I told y'all that picture the other day where it looked like my eyes were swollen, my face was swollen, and my neck was broken. This could be an older version that's connecting back to me. You know, to let me know what happened to her. Okay, like I said, in one of these places, cause shit, I could have been thinking these things and saying this stuff out loud and didn't know that a piece of me left and went there already. But what the fuck did that got to do with me? I'm still sitting here. Okay. Like, what would that benefit me if you took a piece of me or you made another me and put it in Dallas if I don't know what was going on with the person? I don't know what somebody was doing, y'all. Maybe it's like a Houdini trick. But people could think you stuck and somebody wasn't stuck. Or if one of them times I got swapped out when I went to Texas, I could have ended up in Dallas or something like this, or one of these places. I think that's where my stepfather, my mom's supposed spouse, I think that's where they people was from. I thought it was Houston, but it could be Dallas. No, I think it was Dallas. So imagine all these people made it to the top. We killed the Empress. We made her look stupid. We killed God or whatever. And then somebody's like, no, wait, this happened. And then something is getting shifted and moved out of the way. So, yeah, imagine that. Because we got an arc here. I guess this is Arkansas. Well, we got arc. This is standing out to me. An arc or a covenant is in reverse. Somebody broke a bond or a vow to God because they thought it was safe to do so. You couldn't see, or I couldn't see what they would have did. So people like tripping, but man, what is you talking about? This shit is all, get it done. It's already, you know what I'm saying? Golly. Shit. Like I see the residue all over the place. Like, what is you doing? This could also have something to do with the Dino energy. Somebody lied or something, or gave this person a false daughter or some shit like this. But I also remember this person named Dino my mom used to date when we lived in Texas or whatever. He was always kind of nice to me. But she stopped talking to him, so we couldn't talk to him no more. And I remember she was like, yeah, he tried to get in touch with me. But you know how they say with Freemasons, because if my grandfather was a group Freemason. See, I told you, I don't know why I get the sense of the Masons are the ones with the DNA. The Freemasons are the agents. So somebody could have knew they birthed a Mason, and these Freemasons and the family members got Freemasons, but they still can't override the actual person with the DNA. They're not supposed to. But, and I don't know nothing about Freemasons. I just heard that in my own brain. So really, literally, she could have been talking about a different Dino tried to get in contact with her to get in contact with me. It might not be the Dino she dated. Okay? That looked like one of them H-Town boys. But it could be another Dino that got in touch with her to try to get in touch with me. And somebody could have said I was dead. And this person could be somewhere else in the world. The older version of him. So whoever's playing in the Truman Show is that person. You get what I'm saying? Mm. Mm. So the mother could have been trafficking the children to form something without me so that she could be God or something like this. So that's what I'm saying. People be called, they be like, oh, yeah, my mom called me probably in the past 7 times. My mom probably called me 7 times in the past 7 years. And it's like, whatever, even when I went to go see my dad, I knew he wasn't telling me something that I needed to know. So what the fuck I want to talk to people for? If you ain't talking about what I'm talking about on this mission, then I don't need to talk to you. You get what I'm saying? Because some of these people ain't even your parents no more. Shit. You looking at the flesh. Not saying you should be mean to them. Not saying they can't be nice to you. I'm just saying. It don't mean nothing. I'm looking for a fucking life journey. I'm on a damn something like that. I got to do it myself. That's why the Empress, she's not supposed to be running around looking for the motherfucker supposed to bring the information to her. You got technology to try to threaten me or try to make me feel some kind of way or try to make me look self-conscious or feel some kind of way, then you could to do the same technology to tell the fucking truth. You understand? Hangman, yeah, some people just want to drain somebody. The little red is in reverse. They could be draining this person to their energy, or this person was draining me or somebody of their energy. That's why the little red is in reverse. But they're saying that the person is in reverse because they did something, but they might be lying on this person. This could be one of my mates or something like this. Somebody I'm supposed to breathe with. If we're connected, or if if their father is my feather on my crown or a strand, then I could mate with their children possibly. I don't know. Okay. And they could be locking this person up because this could be this could be one of the last people that I could, or you know what I'm saying? This could be one of the prominent persons. Okay. Yeah, we got the star here. But somebody else don't want it to happen that way. It's like they ruined their chance. I've been waiting all this time. I didn't do nothing to you. Yeah, I didn't touch you when I wasn't supposed to. Judgment is being called here. Somebody could be already with another family with a little child. And they could have left me out. Try to turn me into a star. Like this could be somebody that took like fame or something, took my star a long time ago, and now they happy with a family. And they left me out trying to make me a star at this fucking age. And it's like somebody under judgment. Usually the person is blowing the horn at the woman, but there you go. The horn is being blown at the man now. Hold on.